Hey Bookworm family, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell because sometimes I post bonus footage throughout the week that you guys would definitely want to be a part of. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, please be sure to do that. It is at @the_dancing_bookworm. And I post on there full reviews of all the books that I read, so you should definitely go check those out. So this week is going to be crazy. So it is currently Sunday at like 12:15 in the morning, so like literally just turned Sunday. And it is I want to say the 8th. Yeah, it's the 8th. So it literally just turned Sunday. So I was kind of sitting here and I was like, all the crazy stuff that I have to do this week. It's like, I don't know where I'm going to have time to make a video, so I might as well just vlog the craziness, because real life, y'all. So basically, tomorrow I have therapy, which isn't, like, that's not a secret. I've said that on here before, but, like, also, it's not, like, a big plan or anything. I just have therapy, so tomorrow's pretty chill. This week, Monday through Saturday, like, morning, we are leading up to our first, like, kind of pep rally performance before competition. So we perform at the Syracuse Crunch, which is our local hockey team. And we perform there on Saturday the 14th. So, like, you guys will see this on the 15th, but yeah. So, but we'll have performed there on the 14th. And, my kids are like mostly ready, but like it's still a crazy week because this is their last like practices and stuff before they get in front of an audience for the first time with their competition routines. Like they have not performed their competition routines yet in front of an audience. So it's pretty nerve-wracking. And then I also have some of my recreational dancers going who this is some of their first time ever performing. So like they haven't taken dance, like they started after our Christmas recital and it'll be their first time performing. So it's kind of crazy. It's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. But also on Saturday, so along with that, I have picture day at one of my school districts this week, which is when a photographer comes, and I teach dance at like after school dance programs along with teaching at the studio, and it's done through my studio, so it's still all like the same job, but I just do it extra. And so basically a photographer comes and the kids have to get in their costumes, hair, and makeup. They get group pictures, individual pictures, like for their dances and stuff like that. And we only have an hour for 4 groups, which seems like it should be fine, but these kids are coming right out of their school classroom, so they're coming down in school clothes. So we have to get them in costume, get them in hair, get them in makeup, get the photographer set up because he's not allowed to set up until exactly 3:30. So we have that, and then some of the kids still haven't gotten their costumes yet because they've been out sick, so they have to even like get costumes for the first time. So it's just a crazy day. I have 2 teenagers helping me with it. Like one is my co-teacher, like she's 17, so she teaches opposite of me at the school district. She teaches the hip hop classes while I teach ballet and acro, and then another girl is 14 and she is my student teacher. But it's crazy. It is like nonsense crazy. It's gonna be, man. But I thought I would vlog like this week because of that, but then also Saturday. So we have the Crunch game Saturday night. So they'll perform in the hallway before the hockey game, and then we watch the hockey game together, like we have like fun and stuff like that. But right before that, like that day, we're moving. So we finally got our closing date, and it is going to be March 14th, which just happens to be my last rehearsal before the Crunch game. So like our last rehearsal before this like pep rally thing that we do. And the Crunch game itself. So I literally will have 4 hours to move my stuff between times and get myself ready to go to the Crunch game. I think I'm gonna lose my brain. Guys. But I thought I would vlog this week because it's gonna be crazy, and you guys haven't really seen a crazy week in my life yet. I don't know how much I can actually film because I can't really get any of the kids on camera without parent permission. However, some of my parents are pretty lenient about it, so maybe I'll get some parent permission for some of the dances and stuff. But I can film some of the hockey game, and I can film a little bit of moving. But yeah, you guys just get to come hang on the craziness with me. So, along with that, I'm going to be trying to read. So right now I'm finishing up Renegades on audiobook, and I'm going to start another audiobook after this, but, I only have 4 hours left in it, but I'm like reading it on currently 1.75 speed because 2 was a little too fast. Like, they're fast talkers, the readers are. But I have 4 hours left, and this is Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and I am listening to it on Audible. I still have an Audible credit, but I also still have 2 free Audible books from last month that I haven't listened to yet, and I have like Treasure Island still, which is a classic that I've been wanting to read. So I have a few options because I feel like this is definitely going to be an audiobook week for me. Less reading, more audiobook. But I am reading a physical copy of Nevermoor, The Trials of Morrigan Crow, and this is by Jessica Townsend, and I am loving this so far. am I 150 yet? I am 100. Oh, I'm only 100 pages in, so I'm actually not that far in. I thought it was farther than that. But if you guys don't know what that book is about, it is about a girl who is born cursed, and she is supposed to die on her 11th birthday. But on the night of her 11th birthday, she is whisked away by a man named Jupiter North, who takes her to this place called the Wondrous Society, where she must compete in trials to I don't know what the trials do. It just says compete in trials. This definitely has a Harry Potter vibe, like, so much. I am loving it so much right now. I'm super excited about it. And Renegades, I've talked about before in past vlogs because I've been listening to it in past vlogs too. If you guys haven't seen those vlogs, basically Renegades by Marissa Meyer is about a girl named Nova and a boy named Adrian. And Adrian is part of like this superhero society called the Renegades, and they're really like they're kind of haughty-taughty about themselves. Like, they're very like, we're superheroes, we save the world kind of thing. And Nova is part of a group called the Anarchists, who are against the superheroes and kind of the villains of this futuristic world. And the Anarchists get an idea, because nobody really knows who Nova is, to send her undercover to become a renegade. And so she's basically hiding undercover. But meanwhile, Adrian also has a secret that he is keeping from people. So I have 4 hours left. It's really good so far. I'm actually going to listen to this while I like take photos. I haven't posted any of my Instagram posts this week. I'm going to post the Instagram posts that I have to do still and listen to Renegades. And I will check in at some point. At some point. I don't know when, but at some point. Hello. So it is Sunday at 10 o'clock. I just realized I never edited my video to post today, so I'm slacking. So I'm going to do that really quick. It's a fairly quick video. It's just an unboxing, so it shouldn't take too long to edit. And I'm going to post that, and then I'm going to start packing. I'm going to finish listening to Renegades because I only have like an hour and 45 minutes left on that. And then I will probably start listening to The Kingdom while I do my reading journal for that one. I haven't gotten very far in Nevermoor. I only read like another 15 pages today while I was sitting in the waiting room at therapy, so have not done much with that one, but I am almost done with Renegades. I only have an hour 45 left, so I'm going to finish that up now while I'm packing after I edit my video for today. So I got all my shelf stuff moved. I got pretty much my desk stuff moved except the stuff that I absolutely need. Oh, I just realized I left those games up there. I gotta move those. But yeah, basically I got everything moved out of my side of the room. Like, this is my brother's side of the room. If you guys don't know, I live in my brother's basement, so like this is all where his man cave stuff was, and that's pretty much torn down too. Except that book. That book is mine. But yeah, all my stuff is in the boxes over there. I did just finish reading Renegades while listening to it on audiobook. It was really good. Like, I don't know. I have to Cawpile it still. So if you guys don't know what Cawpile is, it's G from Book Roast came up with like this way of how she rates her books. And I have been using it since the beginning of the year. I know a lot of booktubers are using it this year, and I kind of did it mainly because they were doing it, but also because last year a lot of my books ended up as 1-star, 3-star, or 5-star, and I kind of wanted to see if Cawpile would change that, and it did. I have a lot of 2- and 4-star books now this year, but yeah, it was either like I really didn't like them, I really loved them, or really like about them. Last year, and this is kind of like more definitive of like why I liked it and why I didn't. So I haven't Cawpiled it yet, but I really imagine it being a 5-star. Like, I really loved it. The ending, guys, blew my mind. Like, I was like, what? I actually want to download the second audiobook already. Like, I'm already ready to listen to it. But I did already, with my Audible credit for the month, buy The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg. So that is on my February TBR, and I really need to get it read. Renegades was not on my February TBR, so that wasn't that great. But once I finish Kingdom, I only have three books left to finish, but I do plan to finish Nevermoor this week, even though this week is going to be crazy. But Nevermoor Trials of Morgan Crow, I talked about earlier in this video, and I do plan to finish that this week, even though I'm still only like 125 pages in or whatever. It is a fairly quick read. It just involves like sitting and reading, and I've kind of been like up doing stuff, so audiobooks have been easier for me. But then after that, I still have Straight On Till Morning, which is a chunker. I imagine that taking quite a while to read. That's probably going to take like a full week. And Memoirs of Imaginary Friend. So right now, I'm not in a bad place with my TBR for February, but basically I'm reading The Kingdom right now by Jess Rothenberg. I'm listening to it on audiobook. It's a fairly short audiobook. It's only 9 hours. I'm already 30 minutes into it, and I'm listening to it on speed 175, or 1.75, not 175, that'd be really fast, but I'm listening to it on speed 1.75 because that's like my comfort zone for listening to books lately. This one's a little hard to listen to on audiobook because I didn't realize some of the book was written in like dialogue format from like this trial that she's on. So if you guys don't know what The Kingdom is about, it's basically about a cyborg who works at a amusement park, kind of like Disney World. So it's called The Kingdom, and she's a princess there, and instead of having humans portray the characters, they have cyborgs now, and she gets put on trial for murder. She either kills someone or she's accused of killing someone. So right now, I'm kind of just getting to know the world. There's some world building, and I know that she's on trial because it keeps flash forwarding to the trial that she's on, and kind of like her going back and forth with the interviewer, which gets a little confusing because it's like, this person said, this person said, this person said, this person said. So that's a little annoying listening to an audiobook. I didn't realize it did that. But so far, so good for the actual stuff that's written in standard book format. So not hating it, but I'm also only 30 minutes in, so I don't actually know what I'm going to like about it. But yeah, I finished Renegades. It was so good. So good, guys. So good. We did kind of talk a little bit tonight, me and my family, about moving. Because my weekend is so crazy and I can't really help with the actual moving, my mom and I are actually going to get a hotel Friday night. So we'll stay there Friday night and Saturday night with the 3 kids, so that the 3 kids are completely out of the way. So the only thing that will be in the way kind of would be the dog and the cats, but that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, we're going to keep the kids Friday and Saturday. So I won't actually even see this new house. Like, I have never seen it before, but I won't even see it at all until Sunday. So I will not have seen it by the time I end this vlog. So I will probably end this vlog at the hotel. Maybe I'll keep it going a little bit into Sunday just so you guys can see it. I was going to end it on Saturday, but just so you guys can like see me in the new room kind of thing. But this will be the last vlog in this setup though. And I actually plan on having an actual YouTube setup in my room so that my camera is always in the same place. I always have a consistent backdrop, that kind of thing. So that's pretty exciting for moving forward with my YouTube channel. However, I will be in a hotel room with 3 small children for 2 nights, which is kind of insane, kind of stressful, but gonna make it work, hopefully. And then we're going to officially move on Sunday. It is Monday. It's a little past 10:30. I really just worked today. I actually had one of my soloists come in. She is she just turned 8, so she's still like pretty much 7-year-old. But she just turned 8, and I asked her mom if I could record some of her solo because she has been working so hard on getting a standing back bend. So if you guys don't know what a standing back bend is, it's where you put your arms above your head and you start standing and you bend back until you're in a bridge, like a yoga bridge or a dance bridge or gymnastics bridge, like whatever you know a bridge from. But so this little girl, she joined my cheer team and she started falling behind a little bit in tricks because she only does cheer and she only does acro, where some of the other girls take longer acro classes or take other classes throughout the week. So her mom said, let's schedule a solo and, she can work on that. She can do like her little solo dance, but then she can also use that time for private work on her skills. So I took her on. She's doing the cutest little Red Riding Hood solo where she uses all of her cute little faces and stuff like that, and it's an adorable solo. But we finished the dance, so I was like, hey, let's really start focusing on these standing back bends. And she goes, I really think I'm gonna get it today. I was like, okay. So I'd asked her mom ahead of time. I was like, can I record a little bit of her solo for a YouTube video? And her mom's like, oh, of course, always, whatever. So I turned on the camera, just not expecting anything to happen, and she got it, and she is so excited, guys. I will post the clip right in here after I'm done talking about this, but we started off with a shoulder trainer, which is like this red bar that goes around your shoulder so that her elbows wouldn't bend. She's obviously had me spot her before where I put my hand on her back to make sure she doesn't fall or get hurt, but we're moving on to doing stuff by ourselves, not with Miss Danny's help all the time. So we put the shoulder trainer on and she's able to do it perfectly fine with the shoulder trainer. I was like, I'm taking the shoulder trainer away, doing it on your own. And there's a little extra elbow bend in there that she doesn't need, but overall, I mean, she is so excited. She is jumping up and down. So I will put a couple of the clips of her working on that right now so you guys can see how cute and excited she was when she finally got it. But yeah, so other than that, I listened to almost half of The Kingdom last night. It is so good. I don't know why people didn't really like this book. I'm addicted to it. Like, I didn't want to turn it off last night. So I think I'm going to turn that back on and listen to more of that. Or I might read Nevermoor because I am kind of falling behind in Nevermoor. So I'm going to do one of those two things right now. And I'm just going to kind of veg till I fall asleep. But yeah, pretty good night at dance. I was pretty happy. All my kids left in a really good mood. So I always like when that happens. Hey y'all, so it is 5:15 in the morning on Wednesday. I haven't slept yet. I didn't record yesterday because I ended up having a really bad day at work. I had a really bad experience at picture day. Not like experience, like the kids were fine. Just everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. Just one of those things. And then I got to work and my boss kind of scolded me. She doesn't really yell at me or anything, but she like scolded me for being late, and I was already struggling with like this could have gone better, I'm imperfect kind of mindset, and obviously everyone's imperfect, but like I was hitting myself with like, I should have done this, I could have done this, I hate myself for not doing this, and like really kind of letting that anxiety and some of the mental health struggles that I have get to me. So I did have a rough day. I ended up calling my best friend when I got home. We talked for 2 hours on the phone. She kind of talked me through some of it and just made me laugh. Like, we didn't really talk about what happened or anything, but she just made me laugh and kind of had some silly fun time on the phone and hung up from her, and I just went right back into that depression and that anxiety of like, why didn't you do this? This could have been so much better and stuff like that. And it's just been hitting me a lot lately, guys. I do take medication for my mental health. I see a therapist for my mental health, and usually it's pretty manageable, but I think it's the fact that we're moving and just change is happening and time of year because it's chaotic at work right now with competitions coming up and stuff. So I feel like it's just a mixture of all that stuff is just really taking all that self-hatred, self-doubt, self-pain kind of in me and just amping it up to the 10,000th degree right now. So yeah, I'm just having some mental health struggles, but it's manageable. I will be talking to my therapist tomorrow, so I will get a little bit of support from her, and I'm going to go run some errands with my other friend tomorrow. We're going to go to the store, get a haircut, kind of do some self-care stuff to kind of get out of this funk a little bit, and hopefully that'll help. But while I've been laying here in this funk, I have been listening to The Kingdom, and I only have 2 hours left, so I should finish that up before we even move. And then I'm going to have to find another audiobook for while we're moving, because while I'm like setting stuff up and stuff like that, I'll want to listen to an audiobook. But I am finally getting tired. And I think I'm going to head to bed, but I wanted to check in with you guys and just kind of give you this real moment of like, I am not always happy and perky, and sometimes my mental health takes a toll, and that's okay. It's okay to have bad days. If you're somebody who struggles with mental health issues, just know, like, bad days happen, and you're not alone, and do what you can to take care of yourself. For me, that was just laying in bed listening to an audiobook, and that's all I could give myself tonight, and I'm okay with that. I didn't need to do anything else. This is what I needed to do. I needed to take care of myself first. And knowing that I have, like, an outing with a friend tomorrow is also kind of getting me through. Like, somebody's going to take me out of the house, get me doing something other than being at home and working, and being at home and working, being at home and working, and break up that pattern. So I'm sure I will be feeling much better tomorrow, but I did want to just give you guys this real moment because it happens. And if it happens to you, I'm sorry because it sucks, but you will make it through it, and we will make it through it together, and we are warriors. And I am so ready for bed that I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So I'll check in with you guys later. So it is about 2 in the morning on Thursday. So Wednesday just ended. And Wednesday was a lot better for me. So first of all, one of the things I did to kind of make myself feel better is I got my hair cut. So you guys can kind of see, it doesn't really have any gel in it or anything right now, but it's just kind of like this like top style. And then on the side here, it's got some designs. And the side also has some designs, and then the designs go in the back. I'll post a photo of what the back looks like. I've always loved shaved hair. I've shaved the back of my hair before, but never the sides. So just wanted something different. This is something that I've done for a while, where if I'm having a really rough day, I just get a haircut or dye my hair or do something different with my hair. Hair is like the one thing that I like frequently style. Like, I don't really get my like nails done, I don't wear makeup, I don't go shopping for fancy clothes, but my hair is something that I style a lot. And you know, I'm definitely a more androgynous person, so I don't really conform. It's weird, I do use she her pronouns, but I don't really conform to a gender. I believe gender is fluid. So, you know, I do use she her pronouns, but it's something that, you know, if I didn't have to use pronouns, I just wouldn't, and people would just call me by my name instead of being like, yo, her, like, you know, but anyway, so I like to keep an androgynous look. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I know some people don't really like it, but, you know, my body, my life. So yeah, I did that, and then I ended up talking to my therapist for a half an hour on the phone today just to kind of reset, get my brain focused, and be able to go in today with a new positive outlook on everything that happened yesterday. So I have an amazing therapist who does do that, where she'll do phone call check-ins with me, and I absolutely love her. So she is fantastic, and I'm glad that she does that. But then I had work, and I taught my favorite classes tonight. Wednesday are always my favorite classes. I teach 2 acrobatic classes, which is gymnastics, dance. I also teach a contortion class, which is really working on flexibility, strengthening, lengthening muscles, extending, all that stuff. And we're one of the few studios in my area that offers contortion. And so I'm really happy. It's something that I started at our studio, something that I'm really passionate about. And I think kids really enjoy getting to focus on flexibility more, where acro focuses a lot on power tumbling. This is really like a strong look at contortion. So I'll actually post one of my girls doing a couple contortion moves here, just so you guys can kind of see some stuff that she does. But But then also I have a hip hop class. This is my petite non-competition hip hop, so it's just a recreational class. They are doing such a fun number this year. They are models and they are dancing to Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels by Todrick Hall. And that song just puts me in a great mood every time I have that class. And then I had one of my little soloists, so she's also the girl that I just showed doing the contortion tricks, but she is doing a novice competitive acro number for the very first time, and she's got some really strong tricks. We are actually currently working on her side aerial and her back handspring. She's very nervous about her back handspring, but she's getting it. Her side aerial is super close. She's just gotta get some confidence in it, but I will post some of that there of me working with her on that and working on some of her tricks. But yeah, she's doing a really cute acrobatic solo to the song Trouble by Pink, and she's just supposed to be kind of like a little troublemaker and a rebel, and she's got these sassy little faces, and it's wicked cute, so I'll also post a little bit of that. Her mom lets her watch this channel, so I know she'll get a kick out of being on the channel, so hi Michaela, I hope you're enjoying this. 72, this is Michaela! But yeah, so basically today was a lot better. Left feeling a lot better, left work feeling a lot better, got some more packing done, and then I ended up finished reading The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg. So I did finish this one. I did listen to it on audiobook because it was just easier. I was able to listen to it while I packed. Basically, I talked about it in the beginning of this video, but a little bit more in depth with the plot is there's a girl named Anna who is a hybrid. She is a cyborg kind of person, and she works at a place kind of like Disney World, where she goes around as a princess, but obviously she's not a real person. This amusement park has replaced real people with these cyborg princesses, and she's kind of tied up at night. She's kind of treated with verbal abuse. She's supposed to be able to be assaulted at any time, and she just has to be okay with it because she's not a real person. But as she is developing and growing, she's kind of starting to get these feelings that make her more human-like, and she ends up being put on trial for murdering somebody who works at the amusement park, and it's kind of the journey of what happened with that murder. Did she do it? Did she not do it? And what kind of led to it, because the cyborgs who are known as, what are their names? Their names are, they are, doesn't say. Fantasists. So the fantasists, who are the cyborg princesses, aren't supposed to be able to lie. So they think, like, she's saying, I didn't murder anyone, I didn't murder anyone, I didn't murder anyone, and everybody's like, no, you did, clearly. And she's like, but I can't lie, right? But as you're reading the story, you're starting to see that maybe that's not always true when it comes to the fantasists. So it was a really interesting read. I did give it 5 out of 5 stars. I know this didn't get a lot of great reviews from other booktubers, but I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. The world was interesting to me. There wasn't a ton of world building, but I've said in videos in the past, I'm not really into world building. I like to just jump into the plot, so that's great for me that there wasn't a lot of world building. And I just really enjoyed the character development. There was a good arc throughout it, a good plot. I didn't really have many complaints about it. Sometimes the writing style, like, it was a little bit mixed media in the fact that it would go back and forth between, like, transcripts and, like, dialogue, like, being written out kind of like an email and stuff like that. But overall, it was pretty much written like a standard book and just had a few of those moments, which was a little weird to listen to on audiobook, but it wasn't a lot of it, so... But yeah, so today was a lot better. I finished a book. Right now I am doing my book journal, so I'm starting working on my book journal, and I am watching Lilo and Stitch the series on Disney Plus while I do that because I love that show. Like, one of my favorite Disney shows that I used to watch was Lilo and Stitch the series, because Lilo and Stitch is my favorite like Disney movie, like modern Disney movie, and then my favorite classic is Alice in Wonderland. So I do love Lilo and Stitch. So but yeah, I'm loving my new hair, feeling better. I'm glad I got a chance to talk to my therapist, had a good night at work, so pretty much didn't have much to say. So as we're going into Thursday now, I don't really know if I'll check in today. I don't have anything planned, so unless anything crazy happens, I don't really plan to do anything. Yeah, I just pretty much have to work and have a normal day. Friday is when things start getting crazy. Friday I have to babysit Riley all day long. And then it's our first night at the hotel while people start moving our stuff. Saturday I work. I go back to the hotel. I go to the crunch game. I go back to the hotel. And Sunday is when I get to see my new room for the first time. So, and that's when all my stuff will be there, and I'll have to kind of unpack as much as I can without having to get the walls painted or what. I don't know. It's going to be a long process. It's going to be a long process. I'm hoping to do a room tour at some point, but I don't know when that'll be. But yeah, so I will probably film mostly at the hotel on Friday, probably film some of the crunch game. I probably won't have a chance to film my dancers performing because of chaos. We only get an hour to perform. We have like 16 numbers, so it gets a little chaotic. So probably won't have videos of that, but I will definitely record some of the actual hockey game. I'm going to log off for now, and I will probably check in, probably not till Friday unless something crazy happens on Thursday or I finish another book, which I doubt will happen because I'm not very far into any of the rest of my books that I have to read. So, yep. Hello. You remember how I said I wasn't going to check in on Thursday because nothing was really going to happen on Thursday, and why would I have to check in on Thursday? Nothing was happening. That didn't go so well. I should have knocked on wood. So basically I had another horrible day at work. My anxiety is at like I want to say like 100 right now. Like I have talked to, I shouldn't be touching my face because, you know, coronavirus, which is what I'm going to get into. But I talked to my therapist again over text message this time and was just like, hey, I don't know what to do at this point. Like, nothing I'm doing is working to fix this anxiety. And so she gave me a couple tips and stuff like that. I'm feeling a little better now. I was not going to make this video because I was like, it doesn't really matter that I'm having a bad day. Like, it doesn't matter to you guys. And by the time you watch this, the bad day will be over. Hopefully it's not becoming a thing. Anyway, so yesterday was great. Yesterday I got to do a lot of self-care and stuff like that. Today, so our event for Saturday, the crunch game, has been canceled because of coronavirus. So my boss is trying to find another place for us to perform. However, all performance spaces are closed, so we're probably just going to end up doing it at the studio and have a pep rally there. None of the recreational classes are going to be going to whatever we decide to do, so they're just going to kind of skip this one, and then they have other performances that they do that the competition kids don't do, so it's not like a huge deal for them, but kind of a bummer for them, especially because we literally talk about the crunch game from like September till the crunch game. We're like, and the crunch game's our first performance, and the crunch game's our first performance, and the crunch game's our first performance. I mean, other than Christmas recital, like most of our competition dances, nobody's seen. They see them at the crunch game for the first time, so that sucks. And then on top of that, just like mass hysteria is just ridiculous. Between, you know, people wanting to know if the competition 3 weeks from now is going to be canceled. I'm like, I'm not coronavirus. I don't know if it's still going to be going around 3 weeks from now. I'm not the competition. I don't know if they're going to be closed 3 weeks from now. You know, I know a lot of places are closing down. My brother's work actually closed down for 30 days. He has to work from home for 30 days. And that's stressful to me because, like, I don't work at a place where if we're closed, I don't get paid. Like, simple as that. That's what's in my contract. We're closed. I don't get paid. So like if there's a snow day, I don't get paid. And it sucks. So, you know, I love my job. I love what I do, but sometimes it's like, if something bad happens, there's no extra money for me. I literally, you know, I have a small savings, but like a month's worth, and that's it. So it is stressful. Thankfully, I live with my family, and like my brother's my landlord, so like if I can't pay rent, he's not gonna like jump down my throat about it. But you know, it's this whole thing is just crazy to me. So I am really stressed out, like so stressed, beyond stressed. They're talking about closing schools in our area. Mind you, there has not been a case of coronavirus in our area at all. So this like seems ridiculous to me, because I'm like, I don't even know where the nearest coronavirus is. So yeah, very stressful. On top of that, we are moving. We will still have a pep rally on Saturday night, but I don't know if I'll be able to film any of it because I don't know what it's going to look like, kind of thing. So yeah, so basically the crunch game that I was leading up to in this vlog has been canceled, so that sucks. But yeah, I'm going to continue packing tonight. I did finish The Kingdom last night, which I told you guys about. Now I am going to be listening to Memoirs of an Imaginary Friend by Matthew Dix. I did finally download Scribd. I've heard about it, and I was like, I mean, is it really all that different than Audible? And then I looked it up, and it's like $9.99 a month with your first month free for unlimited books, where Audible is, I want to say like $14.99 a month or something like that, and you only get one book and 2 Audible originals. And I was like, dude, Scribd is a way better deal. The only difference is Audible has more like newer audiobooks, and Scribd's are more older, which is fine with me because the books that I need to finish reading other than Straight On Till Morning are on Scribd. I am going to finish reading Nevermoor as a paperback, bring that to the hotel with me. I'm going to have Memoirs of an Imaginary Friend to listen to at the hotel, and then after we move and stuff, I'm going to start in on Straight On Till Morning, and that's all I have left of my February TBR. So there is a hope that I will be able to get through my TBR and have some free reads at the end of the month. Sorry, when I get this anxious, I get distracted. I said sorry 8 billion times during work today because a kid would be talking to me, and I've got all this anxiety just back and forth in my head, and I'm having such a hard time taking breaths and stuff like that, and kids are asking me questions, and I'm like, sorry, what? Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Mental health is no joke, man. It's the worst. I am so grateful for my therapist, though. She literally texts me at any time of the day, and she's just like, this is what we're gonna do. Let's breathe. Let's talk it out. I'm like, okay, that works. But yeah, so I'm listening to Memoirs of an Imaginary Friend. Is really where I'm at. That's what I was trying to talk about before I got distracted. Memoirs of an Imaginary Friend is about a imaginary friend named Budo, who is the imaginary friend of a little boy named Max, who ends up going missing. I guess he gets kidnapped or something, and only Budo really knows what happened to him. So Budo has to find a way to communicate with people who don't believe in him to help them find the little boy, is what I'm gathering from it. So far, the audiobook is pretty good. I'm only on chapter 3. But it's pretty good so far. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. With my reading, not with life. Yeah, you guys can probably tell how distracted I am. This is real life for me. This is how my mental health works, and I just get distracted when I'm anxious. But I really do have a lot of packing to do. I will turn the camera around so you guys can see the ridiculous state of my room right now and all the stuff that is not yet in a place to be moved. So that's my life right now. So I'm going to really listen to some Memoirs of an Imaginary Friend. Tomorrow I watch Riley all day. My mom has an infusion because she has myasthenia gravis. So that's basically an autoimmune condition, and it makes her muscles weak and her eyes weak and her speech weak and stuff like that. So she gets plasmapheresis infusions every 6 months or whatever, just to keep her healthy and keep her going. And tomorrow is the last one of that for her right now. But I have Riley from 7:15. I have to have Riley. I have to put Ava on the bus with Riley and Jacob on the bus with Riley. And then I have her all day until her mom gets home at like 2:45 or whatever, 2:45, 3 o'clock. And so when my sister-in-law gets home, I can like lay down, but I won't have any sheets on my bed because I'm packing them like tomorrow morning. So I won't have any sheets on my bed, so I can like lay down on a couch or something for a little bit, and then I have to go to work, and then I go to the hotel. And I will probably check in with you guys once I get to the hotel. If not, like maybe Riley will do something cute and I'll video that, but probably that'll be the next time I check in. And then I'll be at the hotel from 6 until Saturday morning, and then Saturday morning I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go back to the hotel for like a couple hours, go to this pep rally wherever it may be, and then go back to the hotel. So that's the current state of my life right now. Coronavirus has just ruined everything, along with moving and work stresses and life stresses, and everything is just a mess. I seriously, like, if they quarantine the world, like, my family's prepared. Like, we have food, we have toilet paper, so like we're good in that front. It will suck, but like I have prepared for that moment my entire life. Being an introvert, I'm like, yes, never leave the house. The only thing that would suck would I wouldn't get a paycheck. So yeah, that would kind of suck for when the world is unquarantined and then I have to pay things again. But yeah, so I also like never expected there to be like a quarantine that didn't involve zombies, you know? I read a lot of sci-fi, I watch a lot of sci-fi, I'm like, no. When this was supposed to happen, there was supposed to be brain-eating humans scratching at my window, and I got to have a giant machete. That's what was supposed to happen. It's not what's happening. There's no brain-eating humans, there's just things floating in the air causing germs. Ugh. Anywho, I am going to log off for now, start packing. I did get to do a unboxing when I got home today, which I was not feeling up for, but I have been waiting for this book box and I will not have any other time to do it, so it's a very short unboxing, but I am going to post that probably tomorrow with some bonus footage. But all in all, I am going to sign off for now and get packing and move on with life and play it by ear, even though I am not somebody who can play it by ear. So, yep. Bye. Hello. So it is Friday at about 3:30. I'm at the dance studio right now. We ended up canceling our pep rally for tomorrow. And so I ended up taking the day off of work just because I was like, well, I don't have a pep rally. My rec kids aren't performing anywhere. My soloists have already performed for me in costume. So I'm going to take the day off and actually get myself moved. So I don't know if I'm going to be helping with the move or helping with the kids at the hotel, but I'll be doing one of those things. It will also be going, so the pool in our new backyard hasn't been used since like 1980s, and it is infested with tadpoles. I know, gross, right? So anyway, my friend is like this huge fish lover, and she's my friend from high school. She's like my best friend from high school, and we don't really like talk more than like once a year anymore, but my brother posted if anybody wanted to save the tadpoles, they could, and she's like a huge like fish advocate, which is really funny, but she wanted to save the tadpoles, so save the tadpoles. So we went over to the pool today, and she didn't realize how many tadpoles there actually were. So here's a picture. If you guys are squeamish, look away. But here's a picture of just some of the tadpoles. There is like at least 1 billion in there. Like, not kidding. So tomorrow her and I are going to go over and get more tadpoles out. And yeah, I'm basically just going to move and do stuff at the hotel. But I will record more of the hotel later. But I just want to tell you guys, there is no pep rally. So Ava and I are in the elevator at the hotel. Are you having fun at the hotel so far? Yeah? What are we going to go do?
Swimming.
We're going to go swimming! We've already been once, but the babies didn't really like it, so we're going to go again. And then you're going to bed, and I'm going to the hot tub. Alright, let's go. This way. It does sound like there's a lot of people, so we're going to stay in the shallow end until it clears out, okay? So I just sent Ava back up with my mom so she could go to bed. I'm going to go have some hot tub time, so I'm going to go relax. And yeah, I am not going to work tomorrow, so we'll just kind of play tomorrow by ear. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, it's Saturday. Saturday. Good job. Rai, did you sleep last night? No. See, we hung out in the lobby till 2:30 in the morning because I would not sleep. Jacob, did you sleep?
Yeah.
Yes, you did good. And there's Ava over there. Say hi, Ava. But this one's Trouble who did not sleep till 2:30 in the morning, and now it just turned 7. But we've been up for 15 minutes before it turned 7. Say hi.
Hi.
Ava, where are we going?
To Barnes and Noble.
And whose favorite store is Barnes and Noble?
Danny.
My favorite store. Say hi, Rai. Yay! Alright, so we just left Barnes & Noble, so I'm not working today, and I am not doing the pep rally today because I got canceled because, you know, Corona, but right now we're having chips and guac at Chili's. Say hi. What did you get at Barnes & Noble? A terrarium.
Yeah.
Terrarium and a detective's kit. Jacob got some Legos, and I got 3 books. I don't know if you guys can see them down there, but I got Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief because I've never read it. Tilly and the Book Wanderers, something that I've been looking forward to, and The Good Hawk, which has a main character with Down syndrome. So I thought that was cool. Jacob, how's your chip? Good. Bye. How's life? Don't eat a crayon. That's how life is. How's your chip?
I need a margarita.
Okay, so it is about 7 o'clock at night. I am headed back over to Barnes & Noble for a little bit, just to get away from the kids for a little while. It's been a long couple days. They did end up deciding that the school districts in our area are going to start closing March 20th to April 14th. So that basically means like my school dance will be canceled. However, our studio doesn't max out at the current county maximum of how many people you can have in a place at one time. So we are good to keep our studio open. But yeah, there's a lot of postponing, rescheduling. We had school district recitals and all that, so things are just crazy right now. However, I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble, have some relaxed time, and pretty much gonna close out the vlog here, I think, because nothing else is really gonna happen other than me shopping for books and heading back to the new house tomorrow to get unpacked. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Wasn't that a great video? Clearly books make me very happy. Now you can make me happy too. Click the subscribe button to follow my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you think I did good. And the notification bell will let you know when I post new content. Also, follow my Instagram for more book shenanigans.